Let's go over the fundamentals of a good interview. First, why do you want the interview in the first place? Whatever you add to your film is supposed to add to your film. So let's say you want to interview a specialist on a particular piece of information. This person is going to add depth of character. They're going to allow you to personalize the information, and hopefully they're going to lend credibility to what you're trying to convey. Now imagine we interview somebody from off the street. What does this add to your film? Well, imagine if this person thinks similarly to the viewer might feel less alone. Or maybe they think completely differently and expands the viewer's mind. Now that you've figured out why you want the interview, it's up to you to come prepared. Make sure your batteries are charged, the wires are connected into your camera, the settings on your camera are perfect. Then, start setting up the questions that you need to ask the interviewee to reach your goal. An interview is a careful balance of reaching that goal and also letting a person shine through as an individual, someone with thoughts, feelings, and values. Don't be afraid to ask your interviewee to answer a question again, maybe in a shorter way or focusing on a particular piece of information. Part of being prepared is knowing where you should best do your interview. You want to be able to stabilize the camera. You don't want light blaring down. You want good sound, and you don't want to make simple mistakes like being able to see your own reflection. It's sometimes useful to ask your interviewee where you might want to do an interview, particularly if you're in, say, their office. Another biggie is warming up the interviewee. It can be really intimidating to be in front of a camera for most people. It might be useful for you to send your questions to the interviewee in advance. Also, perhaps have the interviewee talk to you as opposed to the camera. It makes it more conversational. This brings up a very important point. How do you frame an interview? An interview is about getting to know a person, so don't make the shot too wide. Instead, zoom in on a person's face where you can see their facial expressions and eyes. It's almost like you're in on the conversation. The shot really doesn't have to be that close. Instead, it can be a little further back, showing the person's chest and the top of their head. The mouth is centered horizontally on the shot, maybe breathing in the direction of the face too. Otherwise, it might be a little bit awkward. You know what else can be awkward is bad light settings. Sometimes the camera will automatically adjust to a bright background, leaving the face dark. Instead, adjust the settings to a person's face, the most important piece of information. Lastly, you want good sound. You want to remove as many distractions as possible. This is often accomplished by bringing a microphone as close to an interviewee's mouth as humanly possible without ruining their day. And there you have it, 5 great ways to improve an interview. Come prepared, warm up your interviewee, frame the shot, get good lighting, and great sound.